What's up, guys? We are back over here with the Salvage Camaro. Cody, what are we doing?
I don't even know.
Nobody ever knows what we're doing. So let's see. 2 videos ago, we got it running, got it cranked up. Oh, we got a canopy. We got a little shade today.
Yeah.
How about that?
Right.
The shade is nice.
It's nice.
So we're not in the direct sunlight. Yeah. So a couple videos ago, we got it cranked up, we got it running, took it on its first test drive, did the first burnout. It's good. It runs fine. The next video, we added some gauges because oil pressure and coolant temp was not working on the dash. So we went ahead and added some extra gauges to make sure everything's good. We've got good oil pressure. The coolant, however, it is running pretty hot. I will say when we got the car, it was in a little bit of rough shape. This is the radiator that came in the car. And you'll see a little bit better when we pull it out of here, but this radiator is actually like blown up, basically. It's not leaking, but it's so swollen and bent out of shape. I think we're losing a lot of cooling capacity there. A lot of the fins are bent. It's in just really rough shape. So we have a new radiator. We also have water in it right now. It hasn't been bled. A little bit of bleeding, but not like we need to. So we're gonna get some coolant and add some actual coolant in here, bleed the system really good. We have a 160-degree thermostat that we're adding and a new radiator cap for the new radiator. And then we have one fan that works. I think it's the low, what's it called? The low temp fan, whatever it's called. The other fan, the wires have been cut to that. Sorry, I'm bad with the camera. The other wires have been cut to that, so we're actually just gonna wire them together. So the fans pretty much stay on in unison. Just so we have fans to keep this thing really cool, because basically we're gonna beat the crap out of it. It's gonna get really hot, and so we wanna keep it as cool as possible all the time. So we're gonna start ripping this old radiator out of here, and we will update you when it's out. All right, so we got the radiator out. Big hole in here. Good job, Cody.
Yep.
If you want something torn apart, I got a guy for you.
That's right.
That one right there. So this is the old radiator. You can see how not flat the top is. This thing has burst, basically. Look at that. Yeah, so I've never really seen a radiator like this where it's blown the top part of it apart like that. Have you seen anything like that?
Never.
Dude, that's pretty crazy looking.
Yeah.
The cool thing is it wasn't leaking any fluid. It wasn't leaking any water or anything, so we just went ahead and used it. But we do have a replacement for this. It is this guy right here. Brand new OEM unit. So we're about to drop this thing in. We're gonna cap one line off. We're gonna start installing this thing in the car. Put the fans on it, wire them up, and then we should have everything connected that we need. So before and after.
Do you know what causes something like this?
I would honestly say too much pressure in the coolant system. It might have been overheating it or something.
Yeah.
Something causing it to swell. There was a lot of pressure in the coolant system.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, a blown head gasket could do that too, because it puts a lot of pressure from combustion chamber into coolant.
Yeah.
I think that's what it's from, but I couldn't tell you for sure. But yeah, that's pretty crazy looking.
Yeah.
It's nutty. Gotta be proud of them though.
Right.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna swap that one over to this one, and we'll be back in just a minute. Whew, I'm glad we got this canopy.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yep.
All right, so where we're at right now, radiator's still out, but we've got both fans wired up, so those are gonna be both working. We've got the new thermostat in, the 160-degree thermostat is in. We've bypassed the heater core, we've bypassed the throttle body, coolant lines, so now coolant should only be in the engine and in the radiator. That's it. So we've kind of simplified the whole cooling system. We're about to drop the new radiator in, put all the hoses back on, and then start filling this thing up with fluid, and then we'll be ready to crank it and start bleeding the system. So we still have our little bleeder valve here that came on these GM vehicles. I don't like the idea, but it's there, so we're gonna use it. And I think that'll be it, and then we'll be ready to crank it and let it start warming up. What do you think?
Hopefully it stays cool.
Yeah, it's a hot day today, so today's the day to test it, I guess. So
Yeah.
we're gonna go ahead and drop the radiator fans in here, hook everything up, and we'll come back in just a minute. All right, just like that, Cody got the radiator in. So everything is assembled, everything is good. Intake back on, everything plugged up. We've got coolant in it. We're gonna use this bleeder screw. We're gonna try and get it cranked real quick. That's why we got the cables on there. Once we get it cranked, then we're gonna start bleeding everything out of the system. and then see if we can keep it cool. So hopefully this thing stays cool, right?
I know
That's
it
the whole
fits
goal.
a lot better than
Dude,
that.
yeah, that new radiator, new thermostat, bypassing a couple things, fans working, bleeding the coolant. We should have a pretty good shot of keeping it cool now. Yep. You want a little go-go juice? God. That's funny. That's funny. Go for it. Well, I think we figured out what was wrong with it. What's wrong with it, Cody?
Ain't got no gas in it.
Ain't got no gas in it. We're gonna run get some gas. We're gonna be right back. Oof.
That's the most money we put into this car.
We're gonna have to sell it after we fill it up. Does that bother you?
Oh my God. Can
That
I go
bothers-
another
no.
dollar?
No, I don't think you can fit another dollar.
I'll spray it on the ground.
No, no. I want to meet the dude that designed these.
These are so stupid. Pouring liquid gold on the ground.
This hurts. Whoever designed these jugs, they need to be. I'm not gonna say it on camera. I'll tell you when you cut it off, but it is not good.
I just want to say, when's the last time y'all seen TJ do anything?
Wow. Wow. You think it'll crank without jumper cables?
Yeah, I hope so.
Great job. You're getting better at opening that door.
I know it. Yeah, we just need to prime it a few times. Maybe it'll crank.
Let's try it. Go for it. Nope. It didn't have no gas in it.
Didn't have no gas in it.
Guys, I'll tell you what, I'm hot. Cody, you hot?
Yeah.
You know what's not hot? The car. It's been sitting here idling maybe 20 minutes. We went ahead and put the hood on the car just to make sure it's got enough enough cooling system to cool it with the hood on. It's running flawlessly. Both fans are working. We bled this system, and this thing is staying right at 180. So it's doing good. I think we're about to go for a little test drive. Sound good to you?
Yeah.
Volts are staying good. They're right at 12, so I think the alternator's working. We still have oil pressure, no problem. Rev it up a little bit. Good oil pressure. No issues there, so we checked all the fluids. Everything looks good. Let's go for a little drive.
Yep.
All right, let's see how many gears we got today. First gear. Second gear. We got third. I don't know, you want to?
We will up here on the straightaway.
Yeah. Oil pressure is good. Coolant temperature still 180. Volts still over 12. Everything's working out. This car is amazing. Yeah, so I think that's actually it for the day. The cooling is working fine. Oh, the cooling system, everything's fine. So I think we're going to end it here. Say bye, Cody.
See ya.
Bye, everybody.